Welcome to Early Bird Picker. My name is Rafa. I'm a reseller on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and Amazon. Currently in the Early Bird Picker nest, as you guys know it. But of course, if you've been watching this week's videos, you see that I'm putting out one every day, and things are a little different around here. If you didn't catch those videos, let me catch you up. This past weekend, I was doing some research on algorithms, and specifically the eBay algorithm, and how to really help increase your sales. I've always been really interested in the things that you can do to influence the algorithm, and I always try to put some of those in practice, but never to the scale and degree that I did with this experiment. So there's one piece of advice that I settled on and created an entire strategy to improve my overall store as a piece of advice that I had never heard before. It's the importance and influence that sell-through rate of your entire store plays on the ranking of your individual listing of your items. eBay's algorithm, or search engine, otherwise known as Cassini, does not prefer stores that basically are carrying dead weight. This immediately clicked with me and made a really big impact. I instantly thought through the existing listings in my eBay store, and specifically the items that have been listed for so many months with no action or interest seemingly whatsoever. Largely my sales have been really good, and so because of that, it's really easy to overlook and just kind of ignore the items that are not selling well in your store. That's my situation, at least. Immediately, I was just really honest with myself and acknowledged that I have not done a good job at all at managing my current inventory. I pretty much put 100% of my focus on new inventory coming into the store, processing it, cleaning, listing photos. Once it's listed, stocked away in inventory, I just let it sit and forget about it. This week though, that is changing completely, and going forward, that will not be my standard business practice. The eBay algorithm, like I said, does not like dead weight on your store, so it's time to cut the fat. In fact, I'm actually going to start really focusing on having fewer items in my store that are just really high quality, well-priced items. So it's day 3, and so far that's my takeaway on my new next steps for a winning plan. Today is Wednesday, 6 items sold on eBay. I have to say, I think yesterday I was freaking out a little bit when I was seeing no action on my store. I was worried that my store listings were going to basically be invisible for days, hopefully not weeks. I truly had no idea what was happening. It's possible the whole thing was just a complete coincidence. I have no idea, but I'm just really happy to see a good number of items sold today. You know the drill. Let's get them. Sold. New with tags. FedEx Stan Herman cargo work shorts. It's got reflectivity either leg. Cost of goods $4.99 at Goodwill. Sold $37.77 plus shipping on eBay. This item sold at the price that I originally priced it. I just picked it up. It's not part of any of my markdown. Saw this reflectivity sticking out in the short section, and I thought, I bet those are FedEx shorts. I got really excited. In the wintertime, I flipped a FedEx jacket, also by Stan Herman, and it sold for really awesome money. Sold. New Balance men's 928 V3, or the version 3, which is the version that is current and found right now on New Balance's website. That is always the most desirable situation when you're flipping running shoes or walking shoes. You want the most current one. In the beige color with the double hook and loop straps. Excellent condition. Outsole also in excellent condition. Got these for a steal, $5.99 at Goodwill. Sold $37.77 plus shipping on eBay. I can't think of any other single model of shoe that I flip more frequently than this one. I flip this model of shoe all the time. The current model, which is awesome. I love it when I find it, and I so often find it in this excellent condition. I will say I more typically get the $40 to $60 for them, but that's typically for the version that has laces. I always find when I'm flipping ones that have the Velcro straps, just don't get quite as much for them. But I'm not complaining on this one, still super happy with the profit on it. Another one of these magazines sold. Sold. Vintage Electronic Fun with Computers and Games magazine from January 1983. When you don't look too close, the pages seem like they're in pretty good condition. No bends, no creases. But again, on the corners, water stains. And of course, cigarette smoke. Cost of goods, about $2.50. Sold $19.99 plus shipping on eBay. I kind of classify this one more in the spring cleaning, pricing things a little bit more appropriately. I knew ahead of time these magazines would be more long tail. The buyer who's specifically looking for this particular year, month, that sort of thing, they just don't come around every day. But within the last 2 or 3 days, I did lower the price on this magazine and help get the sale. If in your eBay store you have multiples or items that are just really related to one another, like issues of the same magazine, just different months, the sale of one actually helps promote the ranking of the others. Sold. Vintage Higgins, California, copper watering can. Just a little over 4 inches at its tallest. Some damage on the bottom, some bending of the copper, and also some pieces missing at the end of the spout. And some denting too. Cost of goods, $238 at a garage sale. This is a super recent pickup, not part of the clean out. Sold $20 plus shipping on eBay. Sold. Echo Biome women's leather golf shoes. The upper's somewhat dirty. The outsole is in really nice condition still. Cost of goods, $6 at Goodwill. Sold basically as part of the fire sale, $11.11 plus shipping on eBay. I remember picking these up at Goodwill, and I remember thinking, this is not a good buy. Not the cleanest upper condition. Women size 5 to 5.5, that is a very small percentage of women that wear that small of size of shoe. And the final nail in the coffin, poor sell-through on eBay. And really just as expected, after fees and shipping and the time I put in, no profit. Sold. Vintage unicorn brass darts with a feather. You can see there's only 2 when there should be 3 in this case. Only have half the case, and it looks like the upper part of the case said the weight of the dart. I've never sold darts before, but I've now learned when selling darts, that's a pretty important thing that the buyer wants to know is the weight of the dart, and it's measured in grams. My scale only weighs grams in like 2, so like 2, 4, 6. So the scale said 14 grams, but I put question mark 14 because I just couldn't be sure. When I picked this one up, I also knew it was a bad buy because there's only 2 out of the 3 darts, and one of the tips is damaged on one of the darts. Cost of goods, $1.99 at a thrift store. Sold $7.77 plus shipping on eBay. Probably another break-even sale. Let's pick the 7th one of the day that came through. Sold. Calia, which is Carrie Underwood's line of apparel. 4-way stretch gray jacket. Looks like some kind of laser detailing here. Excellent condition on the front. Same on the back. From working in retail run specialty, I've sold a lot of the higher end like running apparel pieces. This jacket has the exact same feel as really nice running apparel jackets. Cost of goods, $6 at Goodwill. One of my goals of spring cleaning my store was to empty my store of anything had long sleeves. So this actually might be the first piece that I'm truly selling at a loss. Sold $5.55 plus shipping on eBay. 8th sale of the evening. I think it's fair to say my eBay store is back in business. Sold. Pro Keds vintage sneaker. Some major condition issues cracking through the upper. The material is actually flaking off. Shoelace is not in the best condition, but still just such a wild kind of crazy color shoe. The particular color model of this one is called Wonder Bread because of the different polka dot design there. Willing to take a chance on them because I knew at the Honey Hole thrift store that I go to, only going to be paying $1. Sold $8.88 plus shipping. The 9th sale now come through. Obviously now that my store has stabilized, my active listings back up pretty high. Not to where they were, I still haven't made it through all of them yet, but enough for the algorithm to promote my items or to at least, show them to buyers. It's just absolutely evident by the 9th sale today. Sold. Going to this table over here because I got my ring light set up right now to take some photos. Vintage Tupperware, made in the USA. Chop and pour cutting board. Overall, excellent condition. Little bit of knife wear right there, but really, really nice. Snagged this out of a pantry at an estate sale, 50 cents. Still kind of deciding on what all categories I want to call this. I don't even know if you'd call this spring cleaning, but maybe just like a fair pricing movement or something. This sold for $11.11 plus shipping. which now that I'm actually receiving that, I see is totally fair. Just thought I'd give an update on the number of active listings that I have now. After the 9th sale of the evening, obviously I have had some sales, so I was higher than this, but my active listings currently stands at 270. As a recap, or if you didn't catch the video where I said I was down all the way to 94 after I ended all of the items that I wanted to reprice. So not too many more to go, but I will say I did make the mistake. I didn't even think about it. I started listing new things that had never been listed. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with the number of items I sold today. Also pretty happy to be trimming some of the dead weight out of my store, getting the sell-through of my store higher, and hopefully that just results in more sales. Thanks so much for watching this kind of special series of sold videos, Early Bird Picker. I really hope you're enjoying it to some degree and taking away at least something. I really appreciate you watching so much, and as always, I'll see all y'all on the next video.